going on, guys? Welcome back to another official video by Jazzy Official. Today we are going to be doing another animated series story video thingy guy for you guys, just because you guys absolutely killed it with views on my last videos. I believe, if I am correct, you guys got a little over 500 views on the first video in part 1 and a little over 221 views on the second one. That is absolutely awesome. I love that. Thank you guys so much for that. So today, this story is called I Was Rich for Years and My Mom Didn't Even Notice. Anyway. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
I'm about to tell you a story that's really personal. A story that led to me being in jail, all because I accepted a little money. Okay, well, a lot of money, but we'll get there. Before I really dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification, or your floor will turn into quicksand. Seriously, I've seen it happen. I mean,
you heard it here first. She said it, not me. But if you guys want, you guys can hit that subscribe icon and that bell icon right over there. You heard it. She said it, not me. Otherwise, your floors will turn into quicksand. And that has happened to me before. I didn't subscribe to one of the guys' YouTube channels and I sunk into the floor and I never came out. I'm still in there.
2 years old when my mother told me that my dad had died from a boat accident and we needed to move to a trailer park on the bad side of town because we didn't have enough money. But the worst part was my mom's health. She started losing it a bit. It was nearly impossible for her to keep a job, and she was always inviting these creeps over to be with her.
That guy looks creepy as hell. Holy yeah. Just that type of smile, you know? Crazy eyes, up to no good, scheming all the time, and just taking advantage.
When I was 5, one of her boyfriends told her she should sell me to the circus, and he was serious.
She's 5 years old. What? How can you even think of that? Sell her to the circus. Boy, I'm gonna slap you.
When I was 12, I was getting food out of dumpsters just to have enough to eat some nights. And on my 13th birthday, when I woke up, there were loads of cards for me in the mail. And oddly, there was one strange envelope with just my first name on it. I opened the envelope and there was $300 inside. I was shocked. I had never seen that much money in my life. I ripped out the letter to see who it was from, but all it said was, "Use this wisely, pretty girl." Now that I'm older, those words send a shiver down my spine, but at the time...
That sounds kind of secret admirer-y, kind of stalky, kind of, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's weird. But hey, $300, I'm not complaining.
I was stoked. I bought a ton of food with it and stuffed the food in my closet and under my bed. It looked like the snack aisle at the grocery store had exploded all over my room. But that was just the beginning. The envelope started coming.
You're just gonna hide it? You're not gonna share it? But come on, man. Honestly, I would do that too. I'd hide it too. Shit, that's my food. I don't want to share.
Coming once a week. First, it was $300, then it was $400, $500, even $600. Sometimes there was a note attached, and then sometimes there was just a smiley face. Of course, I didn't tell my mom about this. I took the—
Hang on, $300, 500, 600, whatever, how many ever weeks it is. That sounds pretty good to me.
money and bought myself everything I wanted. New toys, dozens of trips to the movie theater, entire afternoons in the arcade. I felt like a different person. Whenever I saw the bills piling up, I would secretly send cash in to pay for them. I shouldn't have had to do that as a 13-year-old, but I'm glad I did. To celebrate, I even bought myself a gaming system. Every time—
Hey, at least you paid the bills. I mean, I guess it technically is your money, but yeah, sure. At least you paid the bills. Help your mom out, you know?
And my mom would ask me how I got the money. I'd tell her, "My friend gave it to me." And she would say, "Okay." I once tried to give her money so she could buy some pretty clothes, but she refused and said, "I don't need your friend's money. I'm happy the way I am." So I tried sending her an anonymous envelope that was full of money, but she rejected the money and asked me to donate it to the church and that she wants to stay poor and not accept charity. I had to respect her for that. Rejecting free money when you're poor is extremely hard. Believe me, I know. So I stopped trying to give her money. One day, one of the letters said, "You're beautiful now. I love watching you." Now That made me want to puke. For the
Now that's creepy as hell.
first time, I really began to wonder who was sending me this money. Was it
Honestly, yeah, I feel you. I get nervous. At that point, I'd be like, yo, just stop sending me notes. Keep sending me money. That's it.
some stalker? Was it Mike, my mom's creepy ex? I started closing my blinds and barely leaving the house. Around that same time, I realized the letters were always coming on Sundays. So, one Saturday night, I sat out in the yard behind a tree, watching the mailbox. Hours passed that seemed like days, and around 4 a.m., I saw a car pull up. My heart was beating out of my chest. I could see a man in the front seat, but he was wearing some kind of mask. He got out to put the letter in the mailbox, and I stood up.
Wearing a mask, I mean, I guess you're trying to protect your identity. You're trying to avoid the cameras, you know, if there are cameras. I mean, I don't really know if she'd have cameras or if she's going to install cameras. Yeah, at least get the license plate, you know, so you can track down this vehicle.
And sprinted towards him. He acted like I was about to murder him. He ran into the car and locked the doors. I hit the side of the window trying to tell him I just wanted to meet him, but he tried driving off. I held onto the door with all of my might, but he was just driving too fast. I got dragged for a few feet, and then I crashed onto the road as he took off, leaving me there. I busted my face open and had to go to the hospital to get stitches. Of course, I looked like a freak with a giant gash on my face, and I was definitely going to have a bad scar for a long time. The hospital bills were stupid expensive.
Nice.
So I was really excited to head home and get my next letter. But when I opened it, there was no money inside. The note read, "Never do that again. If they find us, we're in trouble." I knew that instant that I was never going to try and see who the man was again. By the time I entered high school, I wanted to date, so I asked one of my classmates out, and he took one long look at me and said, "No."
Shit. That's hard, man.
"You're ugly." I was really struggling. With a massive scar on my face, no one really wanted to date me. On my way home from school most days, I would cry. But then I realized the power that I had. My mysterious letter sender had started putting $5,000 in.
Sick. 20,000 a month? Oh man. Yo, anybody want to stalk me? I'm just kidding.
Every week, I started buying things for my classmates. The most popular girl got a new iPhone from me. Some other kids got skateboards, Gucci clothes, and even sneakers worth hundreds.
You're just out here spending like a millionaire. Like $5,000 is pocket change for you now. How do I get in your shoes?
Of dollars. Suddenly, everybody wanted to be my friend. Even Leo, the hottest boy in school.
At that point, you know that Leo was a gold digger. Just saying.
I had been crushing on him since I was 6, and he was finally giving me the time of day. I bought him watches, hats, golf clubs. I took us out to dinner every single night, and we dined like kings. I was living the dream. Soon, our entire friend group was decked out in nice clothes, and people around the school started asking me for money and things. I wanted people to like me, so I just gave people what they wanted.
But those aren't true friends. If you want people to like you, you gotta do something that, you know, people will like. And I guess people like money, but that's not the right way to get friends. So I guess, like, you know.
But that didn't go over too well. One day during lunch, I got called into the principal's office in front of everyone. When I got in,
why does that principal look like in Spider-Man, like in the cartoon Spider-Mans? He looks like not Harry Osborn. He looks like Norman Osborn.
Inside, the principal started asking me where I was getting all this money. Even worse, he said, "Your grades aren't good enough to make this kind of money at a job." I couldn't believe he would say something so terrible. I didn't need this. I stood up and told him it was none of his business and he could shove it, which went about as well as you'd expect. I got suspended for talking back to him, which wouldn't be a big deal except he was going to call my mom that afternoon. I've never run faster in my life. I burst into our house to find my mom asleep on the couch. I took her phone from her purse and blocked the school's number, but while I was holding it, she got a text. It read, "You owe me $2,500 or we're going to have a problem." When I scrolled further up to see all the previous messages, I was shocked. Apparently, my mom had been buying illegal goods from some random guy, and he did not seem friendly. So I did what I knew I had.
Whoa, you just kidnapped her. You just took her in the coat and just Made her disappear. She's in his inventory.
To do. I texted him that I'd meet him at a local park and drop off the money. He insisted we do it at night, and I was insanely nervous, but I agreed. I sat in the park in the dark, and a sketchy car drove up. Then a buff guy stepped out and charged over to me. I thought he was going to jump me or something. He stopped and asked why the heck I was there. I handed him the—
Howie Mandel? Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys at that. Thank you for watching part 1 of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe icon and the bell icon, otherwise your room will turn into quicksand. If it does, I will see you guys in there. I will meet you guys because it all leads to one dimension and I am in it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for part 2. Stay tuned. Peace out.